Carl and Lou here from Brrraains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial.com for short, and it's track by track time as we are taking a look at Mariner, the joint album, the collaborative studio album between the Swedish post-metal band Cult of Luna and the American vocalist Julie Christmas, formerly of the bands Made Out of Babies and Battle of Mice. This serves as Cult of Luna's 7th studio album and the first time that Julie Christmas had appeared on the entirety of a full-length album since her 2010 solo debut, The Bad Wife. Mariner was released on April 8, 2016 through Indie Recordings, and it's obviously a concept album that focuses on space exploration. Which should be quite clear based on many, many things in it. Oh, what you said? Oh, did you think it was more sea-based?
I thought it was like sea shanties.
Right, afraid not. No.
But then you can argue.
Like most concepts, unless it's specifically spelled out, and this is obviously vaguely about space exploration and stuff like that, you can take like that. The line between space exploration and deep sea exploration are probably quite close. Mysterious, unknown, eerie. To me, like you can kind of. I don't think there's an issue there.
No, it's still pretty cool.
And that aspect and so on. I am very familiar with this album. I chose this as a track by track because I listened to this shit at this album when it came out. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Made me. It was the first real album I discovered Cult of Luna on. So obviously hearing Julie Christmas as well, I didn't realise that was the case. And then when I went to listen to Cult of Luna on their own, I was always a bit like, oh god, will I like it as much? Because Julie Christmas is so impressive as a vocalist. But no, I love Cult of Luna just as much. I've continued to love them to date. Everything they've released, they are killer live as well. This is just a great little collaborative record, really.
Yeah, because I've heard a bit of Cult of Luna. Julie Christmas, I know, is at Damnation this year.
Yeah.
But I always see the name and think of like a pub singer.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Julie
This,
Christmas.
playing down the nag's head. It's Julie Christmas,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I heard it, I was like, oh wow. Yeah, so this is a good one for me to kind of lead into this. So.
And if you're not really aware of this collaboration, this is a proper collaboration. Christmas gets a massive amount of showcase here. And there are some truly incredible stuff she does with her voice. That is, it's quite something. Yeah. But of course, if you are aware, Cult of Luna, they are a post-metal band. And they are a post, it's there. You hear it. You will feel, if you know post-metal... Cult of Luna, you know what I mean? Like you hear it, you're putting, there's no argument about where they sit.
No.
It's not a long album in the sense that there's not many tracks, but it is like long tracks.
Yeah.
So we will get started with a greater call. From the start, I get the sense of drifting through the cosmos with the melody. Guess you got a sense of drifting through the sea with the melody. It's subtle, but there is power, and that certainly grows in strength as the song goes on. Then boom, we are dragged at speed by the post-metal heaviness that arrives. Cult of Luna's intensity is balanced out by the impressive vocals of Julie Christmas. It's a very strong first track.
I love how this starts so epic and doesn't let up. The difference in vocals just makes it a more interesting listen. It feels like waves in a storm. Okay, I'm going to go back and listen to it again now. It's up in space with the aliens.
Storm is a space storm. A space storm?
Yeah, you can get anything up in space. It's so well put together and I love that. So like you really tell they've spent so much time producing it. And it's like nothing's there that...
No wasted, nothing.
Yeah, there's no fodder just to put in just to make up time.
Yeah.
And the songs are so long, so you think, wow, they worked so hard to make it so epic. Yeah, so good start for me.
Chevron. The weirdness of the start is different. The vocals in particular are quite disconcerting. This time there's a more vivid level of heaviness and power. The tone is a certain level of anguish to it that rumbles and grumbles with bassy power. Yet it is also a more chaotic track with Christmas really throwing her all into the tornado of intensity. Even when the pacing changes and it gets more melodic, it feels quite dark and worrisome.
I put Julie sounds possessed and demonic on this one.
If you're thinking they've invited someone along who is clean singing and maybe has power behind that, and that's what it is to balance.
Not at all. No, it's crazy.
She's chaos.
Really enjoy how this one pulls you in. It really nice synthy effects and the aggressive vocals at the start give way to more of Julie's vocals. So again, it's really respectful because it's Cult of Luna and it's Julie Christmas. There's no featuring in small letters. It's both
names
them.
are in that title.
Yeah, and that really comes across in the tracks. There's no like, yeah, you can do this last track or whatever. Yeah, really cool.
The Wreck of SS Needle. One of the strongest examples of the spacey sci-fi vibes of the record. But also one of the strongest examples of Julie Christmas's vocal range. She really goes for it here. Alongside that, its melodies are really haunting. And when it's time to explode, it really does. I'm a big fan of Christmas's vocals being the major showcase of the entire track. Yet the funny of voices at the end is just stunning. A perfectly balanced track that is effectively post-metal, but also not like anything else in that genre.
I'm gonna simp for the dark track that really builds atmosphere. I really enjoyed the shrieking at the end when everything hits together. So you got Cult of Luna, their vocalist.
It's brilliant.
Oh, it's amazing. And like, yeah, when it says the Wreck of SS Needle, now I know. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one.
Approaching transition. The opening melody is really relaxing and they move us through more complex stages step by step rather than just dropping weight on us. It makes this a much more progressive listening, letting the darker and heavier tones seep in. Ready for the uptick that doesn't come as expected. Instead, this track continues to keep it subtle, focusing on dreamy and pretty melody right up to the final few minutes, when there it gets a bit more intense.
I put a really slow intro, muted vocals. It's a lengthy, doomy sea shanty. Such a melt.
Space shanty.
Space shanty, baby. But I enjoyed the sense of struggle during it. Like it growls and rumbles along, so you kind of get that epicness of it. It's not just done. You're with them on the journey.
Yep. You just went with them on the same journey, apparently. Cygnus? Yes. Every single track so far has been a gargantuan listen, but this is near 15 minutes of a finale and is a tome of all tomes, taking everything great about the record, the strong space vibes, the dreamy and devastating atmosphere, the contrast in vocals, the burgeoning post-heaviness, and then giving it even more life with progressive wanderings and affecting tone shifts. It is an immense track that feels a third of its length because it is so interesting all the way through.
But really like how the drum beat leads you into this track. Every part works so well. The growls, Julie's soft but menacing voice. It really moves up a gear when everything hits at once. There's a synth that plays over the drums that I really love, like a rolling. There's like a really cool rolling part. It's a great way to end the album. Like it feels complete.
Oh yeah. This very much has a start, a middle, and an end. It is. There's no leaving you wanting more, aside from wanting to hear more of the stunning music. You will come away satisfied and more than content with it being 5 tracks long, because each one is absolutely humongous, including like this 15-minute finale. Yeah, it's a stunner. It really is, from beginning to end. I recommend you listen to the entire thing more than anything else. It's unique. It's a slice of unique music in our world. Even if, like I said, you're going to take 2 separate things out of it, you know.
But then it's not like I'm taking it to like be like at a fun fair.
No, of course, yeah.
So
yeah.
It's what dark worlds that have got that you could get lost in and.
I know. I said that at the start. I know. I agree. You're not thinking this is them wandering through or sitting on a Ferris, a Ferris wheel or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely. Of course, like all short albums, when there's 4 or 5 or 6 tracks, we kind of change the rules about the 3-track part we do at the end. We choose one because choosing 3 out of 5 tracks seems unfair. You might as well go listen to the full thing, which we recommend you do. So instead, we're going to just choose one track that we recommend you listen to. And if you listen to what I said throughout the track by track, you can probably guess this one. It is the Wreck of SS Needle for me. That is the one I recommend you listen to.
Okay. I was going to go with A Greater Call.
Okay.
Because that's my first introduction to it, and that just pulled me in.
Just listen to the full thing. Just put it on when you're doing something else, maybe, something that's keeping you busy, but not to the point where you're focused on it. Maybe you're doing some house cleaning. Put it on there. You'll still be able to pick up a lot from it and then probably fall in love with it there. It is Mariner by Cult of Luna and Julie Christmas. You got any thoughts on it? You know what to do. Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website where reviews, news and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at gbhbl. Just search for gbhbl and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.